All right, so 14 minutes in.
Hi. In April, with Season 2 premiere outperforming the Season 1 premiere's impressive viewership numbers. The show continues to cement itself as a cultural phenomenon and has already been renewed for a third season. We're also very excited to
Oh
bring the
my
hit
god,
action
bro.
comedy series
Well, this is the stuff I don't want to hear. As a gamer, it's so disgusting to hear all these like TV shows and stuff. Ugh, it's so nasty.
Twisted Metal back to Peacock this summer. The first season introduced the Twisted Metal franchise to new audiences around the
I got you,
world,
Power Boss.
and the second season
Appreciate you,
is
dog.
expected to take audiences for another high octane ride. Central to all of this and our objectives is a clear focus on operational excellence. Our portfolio management framework enables us to balance risk and return by carefully evaluating each title's potential to contribute to overall business goals. Our development and testing framework ensures ongoing oversight of every title, continuously validating and revalidating our creative, development, and commercial assumptions and adjusting as necessary to ensure titles remain on track. Finally, we have a balanced operational footprint consisting of our global network of studios and external and outsourcing partners, complemented by central functions and processes. This rigor allows us to deliver amazing games that exceed player expectations consistently, reliably, and efficiently. In
Mhm.
conclusion, the studio business is in an incredibly strong position. We have advanced our position as leaders in the single player space and established a strong foundation for our live services strategy. Our focus is now on
That's crazy. I feel like they're weak in both departments. They haven't been consistent with their single player releases, which is what they've always been known for, and they've never had steady foot in the ground with multiplayer besides Helldivers. That's the only thing that's steady for them. They've been shit posting garbage. That man is so boring. He makes MPG look interesting. Oh man, he's a Brit. Yeah. So I don't know, bro. They need to reinvigorate like their foundation and just add good games. Like, dude, like good video games. I don't care if they're single player. I don't care if they're multiplayer. But you need a consistent release of games that have a that answer to quality, like a quality check in what you're doing and what your audience wants. Cause like, dude, how did you not realize that Concord looked like fucking garbage? It looked like cringe shit. You know what I mean? They touting marathon and fair games in this too. Oh my god, dude, they're all in on those games. And dude, how do you not look at fair games and be like, oh my god, this is like the most the most ironic dog shit that a gamer doesn't give a fuck about. Like this whole Robin Hood steal from the wealthy, give to the poor. For this type of game coming from a company like Sony, it's crazy. Cassie's wedding fund, Drewski. Are you good, bro? What the hell? What the hell? I'm done with you guys. Yo, my man Otaku. Yo, the chat is trolling me. The chat is trolling the hell out of me. Apparently, I'm getting married. Apparently, I'm gonna wear a dress. All sorts of shit, man. Apparently, I'm gonna get in the kitchen, cook. That's where we're at. But right now, um we're going over Sony addressing their shareholders. Now I'm sober as a bird. Yo, that's scary. Oh yes, chat is trolling the hell out of me right now. But we're listening in on what shareholders from Sony have, got to say in terms of the future of PlayStation, man. This just popped off too.
building on this success. We will do so by continuing to deliver incredible experiences in single player and live services while also expanding our franchises beyond the console and beyond gaming. All while maintaining
All
the
on bended
operational and
knees.
financial discipline and future facing investment mindset required to drive sustainable profit and long term growth.
Thank you, Hermen. PlayStation has been evolving play for the past.
Bro, they desperate to find growth. These companies, they're so desperate, especially when they're releasing games that are just complete total failures. It's crazy. He said it. Yeah. Yeah. They're so desperate for growth.
For our live services strategy. Our focus is now on building on this success. We will do so by continuing to deliver incredible experiences in single player and live services, while also expanding our franchises beyond the console and beyond gaming, all while maintaining the operational and financial discipline.
Crazy, right? Oh, guys, but they're going to mobile. They're going to mobile. I'm, I mean, if they were smart, they would. But you're not gonna have a healthy player base on mobile with the games that you're into. Sounds like it sounds like they're just gonna say fuck it and let the gates open on PC. These suits are insufferable to listen to. Yeah. Yeah, crazy, dude.
Discipline and future facing investment mindset required to drive sustainable profit and long term growth.
Dude,
Thank
long-term
All while
growth
maintaining the
and
operation
sustainable
to
profit.
deliver
The only
establish
way
a
you do that
strong
is going to
foundation
PC,
for
bro.
our live
Look,
services
dude,
strategy.
they are looking at Stellar Blade right now on PC and looking at how insane that shit is doing. We don't even have official numbers yet, but everyone sees it. Everyone knows the validity of PC gaming. You just can't sell PC gamers crap. But they know where the money is. They know where the growth is. It's with PC, baby. Because everyone's coming over to PC, baby. Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
Our focus is now on building on this success. We will do so by continuing to deliver incredible experiences in single player and live services, while also expanding our franchises beyond the console and beyond gaming. All while
It's over for the ponies. It's over for the ponies. Your days is numbered, bro. And guess what? You gonna stay on that piece of shit box because you don't know what the fuck to do with yourself on a PC. You don't know how to update drivers. You don't know how to download drivers. You can't build a PC. You can't use a PC. You don't even know how to hook up a controller to PC. That's how retarded y'all are. You gonna stay on that bullshit ass console, even with all your games going over to PC, looking and playing better, because the console is all you dirtbags know. Y'all don't want to learn nothing new. Y'all want to just pretend flex games that are just that are just gonna be there just for a little bit and then come over to PC where they'll look and play better. Amazing. Amazing. And we got more for you, apparently, too. There's more for you, too. This was pre-recorded as of March 31st. Really? Interesting, Power Boss. Interesting. Now skip to the fireside chat Q&A in the second video. I haven't finished watching it yet. Alright. Let's see what else they got going on now. We got the details from there. We got the details, man. They don't want to say it. Just say, hey, it's PC gaming, baby. Just say PC gaming day and date for ultimate profits. Y'all bricked up, yo. I'm bricked up for the games. I mean, what? I mean, what? I'm bricked up to take away what little
Hello,
bragging
everyone.
rights
Thank you very
ponies
much for
have
being with
left.
us today. I'm Justin Hill, SVP of Finance and Investor Relations at Sony Corporation of America. I'm joined by Nishino-san and Hermen, who had great presentations today. Thank you very much. Very informative. I'm also joined by Lynn Azar, who is SVP of Finance and
Philip,
Corporate
leave me
Development
alone.
here at Sony Interactive Entertainment. So thank you for joining us, Lynn. I have a number of questions I'd like to get to today. I'm going to start with the platform business. As Sony Interactive Entertainment and the industry as a whole move towards multi-platform gaming, how will you protect the value of the PlayStation console?
The PlayStation experience is not just about the gaming console hardware, nor it's not just about the content as well. It's an experience in a community that shares this excitement. For over 30 years in the past, we've been committed to being the best place to play and publish. And this has helped us establish a dedicated community of 124 million players and then invaluable network over the 4,000 creators. PlayStation console experience is designed to enable immediate gameplay in an immersive and accessible way. we're doing this in a completely integrated way, designing and manufacturing all aspects from the chips to the backend system. And we continue to look for new and innovative ways to broaden our reach and bring our content and a service to the players. The value of the PlayStation console is that still the best place to play, and it's growing as reach.
Yo, that sounds like such cope. But the PlayStation console is still the best place to play. It's like, oh, they're just giving you that lip service now. But they know if they want to make money, they know where to go. They know where to go. We don't even need to tell them anymore. They just know. Yo, all that shit is just lip service, bro. They already know they have you in the bag if you're a console gremlin, right? If you're a console gremlin, they already know they have you in the bag. They know that you ain't gonna go nowhere. And even if you do, you ain't gonna stray too far, right? Right? This is wild as fuck. Yo, real talk, though. Bro, they just worried about expansion. That's what they want, is expansion. And guess where they coming to, baby? They coming for my money. They already know they got your measly ass money. They want more money. They want motherfuckers that build $3,000 PCs money. Feels robotic? Yo, you ain't lying, though. Hey, man, just as long as they tell me what I need to hear. Expand the dong? Absolutely. They get a PC gamer bricked up. Take everybody's games. It's like one of my favorite scenes in White Man Can't Jump, where homeboy who got beat on the court was like, I'm going to my car, getting my gun, shooting everybody's ass. Yo. I'm gonna boot up my PC, load up Steam, take everybody's games, yeah. Fire. Yo, J-Tech is going, bro, fucking J-Tech is going to be shitting water out of his ass. He's gonna have the Hershey squirts. He's gonna spray it on his wall as he's crying. I don't know what's gonna come out faster, his tears or the Hershey squirts, man. Yo, I cannot. Dude, J-Tech is going to have the crash out of a lifetime. Dude, guys, we might have to have an emergency fucking stream on Tuesday. All right, we might, if there is dudes post all the salt in Culta Cage server, we might have to have an emergency, all right, cope stream. All right, if all these fanboys are crashing out as hard as they are. Yeah, we might have to have an emergency viewing of the copium. It's an emergency viewing. It's like a... Dude, it's gonna be like a lot of these PlayStation fanboys, honestly speaking, they are casket ready. They are fucking casket ready, bro. This is like the last straw for them. Armageddon up in there. Remember, Living Color, more money, more money, more money. Yo, thanks. Yo, these motherfuckers is casket ready when they hear this shit. Oh my god. Yo, it's gonna be like, it is gonna be straight up this all day tomorrow.
Oh, fuck!
PlayStation apocalypse is incoming. Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Even broader audience.
And you're quite right that we're continuously exploring new ways for players to interact with their franchises. It's important to realize that we're really thoughtful about bringing our franchises off console to reach new audiences, and that we're taking a very measured, a very deliberate approach in doing that. Particularly on the single player side, our tentpole titles, there's such a differentiated.
See, they're treating PlayStation console gremlins like virgins. They have to go slow. They have to go slow because they're just not ready for it. They're trying to just be gentle. Be gentle with Forsakening, you guys. It's so funny. We love it. That's fine. I could, that's y'all's relationship. I'll let y'all have that. All right. But your company of choice is moving on to bigger and better things. Foreplay, maybe so. It's not just foreplay. It's definitely it's gone on longer than for it to just be foreplay. We know what it is. We know what it is. Yeah. Drewski said, "Fuck that shit." Rip the Band-Aid off. Yo.
The point of differentiation, I should say, for the
They have to be
PlayStation
gentle with
console,
their
the
bottom
real
bitch,
showcases
which is the
of the
PlayStation console
performance, of the
gremlins.
quality of the hardware. So we want to ensure that players get the best experience from these titles. And we're very thoughtful about how and if and how we bring these titles to other platforms.
And then we need to constantly understand the players' patterns and the behaviors and ensure that we serve them appropriately. Hermen and then myself are very, very focused on this and then investing as needed to evolve the PlayStation experience.
With cloud gaming more of a viable option than ever before, do we need a next generation console? Is SIE developing one?
It's a great question. We have been in cloud gaming for over last 11 years. We deployed cloud gaming servers to support the PS3, PS4, and the PS5 generations, and then we are really proud about the quality we have been delivering. Cloud streaming through the PlayStation Plus Premium, and via the cloud streaming beta on the PlayStation Portal, is the one such way we are doing this. However, the business model for cloud gaming must be sustainable for the longer term growth. Cloud gaming is progressing well from a technical standpoint, as we have demonstrated with these offerings. But end-to-end network stability is not in our control. And the higher cost per playtime compared to the traditional console model remain as the challenges. Cloud gaming is increasingly providing an additional option for players to access content, but our belief is that the majority of players continue to kind of want to experience the gaming through a local execution without dependency on network conditions. And PS5 and PS5 Pro have validated these theses, I believe. Our console business has evolved into a multifaceted platform, and we now...
Right now, console gaming is the safe option. That's what it's safe, right? But it's not the forever option. Like, consoles will exist, but they will be different. Or they will have the alternative and make that transition as easy for console gamers as possible, right? I think that a console is just going to be in like a dongle at the end of the day. That's what I think. King David was right. Bro, they trying to jump ship sooner or later. They definitely planning. They planning it, dude. They planning to make some substantial changes. They're looking at what Nintendo did and expect the next whatever PlayStation does to continue to move the needle forward in the direction they want. PlayStation fanboys already have dongles that they use regularly. Calling it now, the next Xbox and PlayStation 6 are going to be like Switch console handhelds, and they will be dockable. Perhaps that's the next step. So, are we following Xbox's footsteps? Thanks for the thoughtful question. It's simple. Yes. Crazy, right? And you know what? It happens with Microsoft a lot. Like, Microsoft is the one that initiates the fuck shit that we're seeing in gaming, or all the alternative or the change in gaming, right? I see it as a lot of fuck shit. I think gaming is you know, the stuff that companies want to do is not something I necessarily want to do. And they're choosing, like, Xbox tends to go in the next step first, and it ends up biting them in the ass because they're the ones that's like fighting off all of, you know, their alternative companies, their competitors, you know, shitting on them, people shitting on them, even though everyone's planning to go in that direction anyway. It's like when Apple dropped the you know, the fucking, you know, how do you say when Apple drops like a something from their phone, right? Something that everyone had for a while. And Samsung was shitting on them for it. Oh, we still have this feature. We still have this feature. Then the following Samsung release, they also remove it. That's essentially how Xbox is versus the other companies. I already said this, damn it. Where's my kudos? None for you. It's dead. If that ends up being true, expect Nintendo to sue both of them for the fun of it.
Now have a large ecosystem of highly engaged players across both the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4 generations. So naturally, therefore, there's a huge interest in our next generation console strategy. While we cannot share further details at this stage, the future of the platform is top of mind. We are committed to exploring a new and enhanced way for players to engage with our content and services.
Typically, when we launch a new next-generation console, operating income amount and segment margin declines in the year of launch. Should investors expect the same thing to happen if we launch a next-generation console in the future?
So as Nishino-san mentioned, we're still exploring what the future of our platform would look like. So therefore, whilst we cannot provide any further guidance on operating income in future years, I would like to re-emphasize that our financial profile as a business has evolved in line with our strategy. So we've reduced traditional cyclicality, as you describe it, by establishing a large ecosystem of players across both the PS5 and PS4 generations, which provides recurring revenues. So this has driven overall high and stable level of spend on content and services, which, by the way, now constitute over 2/3 of our revenue, providing a consistent, predictable, and profitable base of our revenue. PS5 represents our most engaged players, with the highest spend per player versus prior generations. But our PS4 players as well are still active and spending as well. So by providing players with increasing options of how to access the platform, we're able to better target the different play patterns and monetization profiles of different customer segments. And as we continue to drive a multi-generational ecosystem into the future, we'll provide new ways for players to access the platform and experience our content and services.
If the world...
What I get from this, so the one hurdle that I know that I was saying for a long time that PlayStation was going to have is the inevitable new generation, right? Xbox is preparing for a situation in which the Xbox transcends the console. That it's widely available across PC, like the instant access to all their games, so that when they inevitably enter a new generation, the install base isn't small as fuck, right? They're still gonna have a massive install base day one that's gonna buy all their new games, their new releases, right? Like Xbox is future proofing themselves by making Xbox itself more than just the console. Whereas PlayStation, they've been really just they're really behind on this. Like PlayStation can't really exist the way that Nintendo exists with being able to launch a new console and new games, and the attach rate for a PlayStation is not even close to that of the Switch, right? So I think PlayStation obviously, and I was assuming PlayStation is going to be concerned with how do we not get left behind at the start of a new console generation? Because if you start from scratch and you have your PS5s, right? And maybe you'll make your next gen games, also last gen available. But who's gonna want to run to upgrade to a new fucking device to the PlayStation 6 if the PS5 plays all the games anyway? Like people are just gonna stay with the old shit while they can and just wait it out. So they can't really there's not much incentive to upgrade with that. But then when you have it so that those new games are only available on PS6, well, you're not going to get that much sales. You're going to lose your footing. Like they're trapped inside a box. Exactly. They would like inevitably on a generational leap, they would lose their footing, their strength that they have on the industry. Their the grip that they do have on the industry. So that was where I knew for a fact that PlayStation was going to have a serious struggle. I was wondering how are they going to contend this? Because Xbox isn't going to have this problem. They're going to have PC gamers having instant access to their games upon, a new generation anyway. sounds like they don't want to drop the old PS4 gen. No, they don't want to because, dude, that's a lot of their players. That is a lot of their players. Like, they were sticking with fucking cross-gen games for a long, long time. Who knows, dude? Who knows? They could be making Wolverine to be a cross-gen game, too. Maybe, hey, maybe the reason people are thinking they're restarting the development of Wolverine, they're not restarting that game. That game is what it is. I think that originally Wolverine was supposed to be a next-gen only game. But I think that the game was in this is all speculation. I think the game is internally delayed because they're going to make it cross-gen with the PS4. And who knows? Maybe it could be day and date with PC as well. Who knows? Right? I think it's more likely that it's a cross-gen game with PS4. But who knows? It could also be day and date with PC. Because you have to wonder, why are they taking so long to put this game out? To even update us about this game. I think internally that game got delayed. They are definitely scrapping some stuff, but definitely no. I don't think they're scrapping that much, bro. I really don't think so. Cindy was streaming and I was watching her. Hey, that's what's up, Rabnat. Hope you enjoyed her stream. But good to see you, man. PlayStation are stuck in the past with consoles, while Nintendo is fully handheld and Xbox is everywhere. Both are more suitable long-term, unlike PlayStation. Xbone can still cloud stream 90% of the series gen games released. And, that's as disgusting as I think, like, cloud streaming is, that's a positive thing for them. And they wonder why half of Xbox user base is still... and they wonder why half the Xbox user base is still on the Xbone. Yeah. Yeah, people don't really care to upgrade. Like, dude, modern gaming, like the games, bro, a lot of these AAA titles that are supposed to wow us aren't wowing us. And a lot of the games that do wow us can still play on the fucking last gen hardware. Yeah, I'm not about cloud gaming at all. I don't think I'll ever go. At that point, if that was the only choice, I'm retro. I'm out. No one wants to spend the money for consoles where you are stuck on a box and that costs anywhere from E700 to E800. Dude, it's disgusting. Honestly, cloud streaming isn't bad, and they're planning to upgrade it to very excuse me. Holy shit. I've been talking for too long, but they're planning to upgrade it to be similar quality to Nvidia GeForce. And that does, honestly, I've heard a lot of great things about cloud gaming. And I'm not here to shit on how you choose to play your games, right? I'm really not. I just can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. The feeling of this is not real. You know what I mean? Like, it's just hard for me to take it seriously. But if that's how gaming isn't accessible for you, I'm not mad at you for it, right? At the end of the day, I want you to enjoy your games the best way you can in whatever situation you happen to be in. But the thought of going over to like cloud gaming, I can't do it, man. It sounds so gross to me. It sounds gross, man. I need some guarantees, like guys. Like I said, I don't think Game Pass is a bad thing. I'll defend Game Pass, but I don't really want to indulge in Game Pass. I still just want to buy and own my games. Parabus said, cloud gaming ain't there quite yet, but if you're hard up for cash, it's still an option. And I think that that's a great thing. Honestly, I really think that's great. If that's your your situation pertains to cloud gaming being the best accessible way for you to get your gaming in, I'm not mad at you. I don't know if I've ever played a cloud game. Yo, Randall, what's good, homie? Appreciate you pulling up, brother. I'll stick to what I got. Yeah, like, dude, I just wanna build my PC, fucking buy my games, play my games on a PC, have them shits running nice, nice looking graphics, nice looking frame rates, all that shit, bro. But all the little bells and whistles, like, dude, I just want, I just want the normal shit, man. That's what I want. Cloud gaming for me is a no-go. Yeah, if it comes down to that, that's the only option. I'm retro. I'm out. I used Game Pass for the last 4 years. Hell yeah.
Does move to cloud gaming. What will the impact be on the PlayStation business? And what will be the impact on the PlayStation Store's take rate?
So I see cloud gaming as one of many ways to access content. However, regardless of access, we have many sustainable advantages in our business in the store. So on our customer side, our first-party exclusive titles enhance our catalog of great third-party content, which keeps players engaging and returning, right? And many of our players subscribe to Plus, which also keeps players coming back. Regardless of access, we look to provide a great experience for players through whatever device they're using to consume the content. And this commitment has allowed us to build a large and a curated audience of dedicated and highly engaged players. This ensures that we are the best channel for creators to reach players. Additionally, we provide creators with tools and services to better market and monetize their games. So again, over 30 years, we have developed.
One thing they're never getting rid of, guys, they are never getting rid of PSN, of PS Plus. That, dude, they're all in on that shit. And anything revolving around their cloud gaming future is revolving around that PS Plus, which is hilarious because it sounds a lot like Game Pass. I'm just saying, brother. It just sounds like the shit that, their audience hates until PlayStation adapts it. Then all of a sudden it's okay as long as PlayStation does it. But when Xbox does it, it's bad. Crazy, right? Needs stable internet connection to play cloud games. Absolutely. Most of the time, it just isn't the case. Don't ask questions. Just consume product. Real talk.
Very deep relationships and then understanding of creator needs
Hope you're doing well,
that
Anime
allow
Mania.
us to continuously stay ahead on innovation and services. The 4,000 creators, which I talked about, of all sizes and types that we have relationships with, and the dedicated partner organization that serves them, give us a constant insight into their needs and how to provide ongoing value to them. All of those benefits remain for both players and the creators, and it will provide continuing value even access mode change.
Many investors are speculating that Microsoft is moving away from the console. If that's true, is that good or bad for PlayStation?
So we think that competition in the business is healthy and then pushes us to innovate. There are multiple participants who together drive the overall gaming industry. And while there are new engagement models being explored, we ultimately think this is a good thing. However, as I mentioned earlier, we are confident and committed on our current strategy. And there isn't an urgent need for us to pivot, but we will continue to monitor play patterns and invest appropriately as required.
You raised the...
Yeah, they're going to do their best to spy on you, ladies and gentlemen. They will spy on your ass like there's no tomorrow, man. Oh my god, dude. This is crazy. This is crazy, dude. They're having a meeting, a investor meeting on the future of PlayStation, and it is spicy. They have put a lot of emphasis on how they're looking to expand beyond the PlayStation console. That means full third party, baby. And they're discussing even going into stuff that Xbox has done, like, put a large emphasis on cloud gaming to some extent. And they're talking about potentially the future in which maybe cloud gaming might actually replace the console. And they're basically saying, look, we want it as an option, but it's not reliable. But they're basically saying, bro, console gaming is on it seems to be that the console gaming is it's on time. It's on borrowed time. That's what they seem to be putting emphasis on. Yo, St. Hugo was good, homie.
The price of the PlayStation
They're
Plus
gonna be
in the
spying
past.
on you.
What was the rationale for the price increase? And what might cause you to raise price in the future? Music and video streaming services are raising price consistently. How frequently can you raise the price of the PlayStation Plus?
Yeah, so PlayStation Plus is highly valued by our players and then continues to drive the engagement. We are already seeing a trend toward adoption. Yeah.
There is no dress goal, damn it. There is no dress goal, Elite Dawn. We are not doing this. We are not doing any of that. I appreciate your ask, though. I appreciate the ask. I appreciate. Sony is never a game company first. They're an electronic and entertainment company. They started out with the transistor radios. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. They go back a long, long ways. J-Tech is gonna be like, oh fuck, yo. J-Tech gonna be like,
Oh!
dude, oh my god. Am I back? Am I back? Holy shit. Did I manage to recover this or did I fail miserably? Are we back? What the fuck? Oh my god, yo. I don't know what the fuck happened. Let's keep going. I mean, it started a whole new stream, which fucking sucks, but what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? McDonald's internet? I know, right? Fuck my life. I did not expect any of that shit to happen, sadly. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure it out with Restream. It's like kind of weird. It's super fucking weird. My bad, y'all. Alright, so let's continue on what they were saying.
What might cause you to raise price in the future? Music and video streaming services are raising price consistently. How frequently can you raise the price of the PlayStation Plus?
Yeah, so PlayStation Plus is highly valued by our players and then continues to drive the engagement. We are already seeing a trend toward adoption of higher tiers within our service, as evidenced by the subscriber mix we achieved in fiscal 24, where approximately 38% of players are now subscribed to a PlayStation Plus Premium or Extra tier. That's higher tier. This is even after the global price increases we implemented in fiscal year 23. And more recently, the local price increases in the selected countries to improve our pricing strategy across certain market clusters and also to account for forex movements. These price increases were partly a result of the increasing value we bring to the players. So the quality and the diversity.
What value? What value? What has changed? There's like no they raise prices, but they offer nothing new. There's no extra like thing added to your tier option. There's none of that shit. They just raise prices whenever fuck they feel like it. That's basically all they're admitting to. You cancel your PS Plus sub. Yeah, I haven't been I don't so like the really tail end I believe of PS4 generation before they in I can't remember when I did it, but I bought multiple years of PS Plus for like half the price off of CD keys before they introduced the tier option thing. So essentially, I had like 5+ years worth of PS Plus. I don't know if it ran out or not. I couldn't tell you for sure, but I definitely bought a lot of years of PS Plus. And guess what? A lot of this shit is just wasting away if it didn't already waste away as it is. But there's no added value there. There's nothing new. If anything, you're asking players to pay for you to keep their gaming experience under lock and key. That's not cool. People don't want that.
Of content we continue to add, as well as investment in the features to improve the service further, such as player personalization and enhanced content discovery. PlayStation Plus service offers great value for our players, and we will continue to add more value and adjust our pricing strategy in a dynamic way to maximize the profitability.
What is the strategy around the PlayStation Portal? And are handhelds a part of your next generation strategy?
Yeah, the PlayStation Portal is part of our strategy to offer more flexible play styles. When we invested in a PlayStation Portal, we wanted to ensure that any handheld device we create would be able to provide players with the full PlayStation experience that they have come to expect through our consoles. We want to make sure our games look good when played on handhelds. The smartphone is too small a screen for high fidelity, so I wanted to approach portable gaming via streaming, which led to the PlayStation Portal. Currently, the Portal owners spend 30% more time playing, and then later into the evening. It's showing the impact the portal has had on the play patterns. Sales are progressing steadily, and then more importantly, it has unlocked additional engagement across our player base. So we remain committed to exploring new ways for players to access our content and services.
So now I'd like to move to the studio business.
Bro, it's gonna be so crazy. And like in ways that I'm gonna hate in the future when it comes to gaming. Oh my god. Trunk said I never had PS Plus, never saw the value. Yeah, I can't say I blame you, especially when their premier games were all pretty much like, single player games to begin with. Single player action games with like stealth elements. Stealth and RPG elements. PS Portal doesn't run games natively. No, it doesn't. It's all based on streaming. Hack the planet. Oh man, trying to aim for the parents of your player base. They have the waltz. Not wrong. Not wrong. Yeah, I mean it's a PlayStation Portal is a streaming tablet. But that's all it needed to be, right? They thought, hey man, having this at an affordable price, way more affordable than most other handheld options, even if it doesn't really offer. Admittedly doesn't offer much, right? In terms of options. I can't download a game to it and then play it. Hey, Tendo, welcome back, sir. Yeah, we're watching the business nonsense. Unacceptable. Took me a minute, but I'm back. Timu Scooby, oh man. Yeah, I fucked up, bro. My internet, OBS just completely quit. It just completely fucking quit. I might have to update OBS because I've been avoiding it. I usually avoid updates for the most part, so we'll see what happens. How did you know I left? What you mean?
Totoki-san has said that the role of the PlayStation Studios has changed from that of a platform enabler and marketing tool to a profit growth driver. What has changed to increase profits?
It's a great question. SAE Studio Business is now both the creator and the publisher of world-class gaming experiences, all while driving sustainable, consistent growth. And we do that, as always, through innovation and creativity. And we're doing this by focusing on our three key strategic pillars. The first is continuing our leadership in single player. Secondly, by building our capabilities in live services. And then also by growing our franchises into...
See, the first two is weak. The first two is such weak situations for PS5 generation Sony, right? Their first party is few and far between, way more than last generation. Their live service is very, very shoddy. Most of it has been failures. Now let's see what what else they got.
Pillars. The first is continuing our leadership in single player. Secondly, by building our capabilities in live services, and then also by growing our franchises into IP powerhouses. Another important part of our
growing their franchises into IP powerhouses sounds a lot like making their franchises available to more people more instantaneously. It looks like an AI generated video, yo.
Evolution is our increased emphasis on operational excellence, and we do that to underpin that approach of achieving profitable and sustainable growth. We've established very strong cost controls. We have much more rigorous budget oversight processes now in place, and we have also evolved our portfolio.
Oh wow, so they're gonna stop having $350 million video game development cycles? That would be a nice start. Perhaps stop doing that shit. Stop spending so much fucking money to the point where you can't make a profit back. Xbox is 11 to 13 out this year alone. Damn. Yeah, it's this year Xbox is pretty much had their finger on the button of just shooting out new exclusives. I mean, well, new games, right? Not necessarily exclusives, but really shit. Day and date Game Pass content. That's keeping people subscribed, or that's keeping people buying new games. So keeping the interest kind of on Xbox. And Xbox is even throwing their games on PlayStation, letting PlayStation people buy their games. Because fuck it. More money's more money. PS5 Pro with the disc drive is now at $750. Was it originally at $780? Did it decrease? I'm playing a Stellar Blade demo on my PC right now. I might break. Oh shit, Red. Oh shit, really. Oh shit. Just going to remake Aloy 3 million times. Oh man. It's a bundle. You save $30 for it coming pre-installed. All right, so I mean they're not increasing their prices, so it's like a little decrease, I guess. But goddamn, $750 for a console. These are unprecedented times, ladies and gentlemen. But at least the console prices didn't go up. At least for the Pro. They have to get that number down. The PS5 Pro with the disc drive is standalone 780. Yeah, I thought so. I thought that was the case.
Portfolio framework to enable making more informed choices and effectively balancing the profit potential with the associated risks that come with these opportunities. We've also changed the way we support our studios through central services with more greater operational rigor, much more intentional, kind of top-down approach to our portfolio, increased oversight of our development processes, and we have introduced some new ways of working that includes greater use of outsourcing, greater use of co-development, and a much greater integration of future-facing technology as well as data solutions into our workflows.
How committed are you to live game services?
Oh, they're tired of wasting money. You can tell they're super tired of wasting money. They had a surplus of money going into, PS5 generation in terms of just they were in such a good spot. Now they could tell that they're fucking the profits, man. The profits gotta keep going up. They gotta keep going up, and shit is getting fucked up in the game. Yo, sold to the Pro was good. They're trying to outmode discs. Computers don't even come with disk drives anymore. Yeah, they don't. 780, you might as well buy a mid-range PC. I don't know, bro. You'd have to struggle to build a mid-range PC in this current climate, taking into account Unreal Engine 5, because most games are on Unreal Engine 5. The expenditure for a mid-tier PC is, in my opinion, higher than 780. It's closer to like a K. You gotta spend like a G. Instead increases the prices of everything else, real talk. $250 for that garbage bland fight stick yet. Really? That's gross. Ugh.
Are you going to invest as much capital into live game services as you originally planned?
Yeah, we remain very committed to building a diverse and a resilient live service portfolio. I mean, we have MLB The Show, Destiny 2, Helldivers 2, and these are all really good examples of the type of titles that we're looking to develop. These titles have already established an enduring player experience, a set of player experiences and communities across quite a wide range of different genres. And together that provides a really good foundation for our ambitions in this category. I would say that additionally, we are continuing to invest in new live services, with Helldivers 2 providing such a great example of the level of success we can achieve.
Bro, so much fucking failure just to have that one fucking success, dude. They are so... Dude. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I respect PC gamers as it's what I grew up with. But I was raised on computer games. Remember those? Facts. I ain't mad at you. PS5 generation. More like PS Live service generation. So much wasted time. Yo, for real, though.
We get everything right. So that game has been a true breakout success. It's been attracting and retaining significant community and very engaged players since we launched that back in February of 24. And this ongoing success, I think, is further evidenced in how we deal with the monetization. So microtransactions now in that game make up more than half of the revenue. We're also very excited about Marathon's anticipated launch in this fiscal year.
Great. Speaking of Marathon, what have you learned from your foray into live game services, including Concord? And how does this relate to Marathon and the recent alpha test?
Yeah. So live service, we really see that as a great opportunity for us. But with this great opportunity are some unique challenges associated. So we talked about it, some early success, as with Helldivers 2. We've also faced some challenges, as with the release of Concord. I think that some really good work actually went into that title, some really big effort. But ultimately, that title entered into a hyper-competitive segment of the market. I think it was insufficiently differentiated to be able to resonate with players. And so we have reviewed.
Oh my god. They don't understand why the game flopped. They don't understand why the game flopped. That's such a safe-ass answer. Oh my god, instead of being honest. Yo, Square be honest. They'll even put their own studios on the fucking... like, they will diss their own fucking studios and shit. Panther is saying, Marathon anticipated flop. Yo, for real though. The UI isn't bad on this platform. That's what's up. That's what's up. More ass and titties in video games, dude. People would have been more interested in Concord if that was the case. It doesn't matter to me. I bought my PS5 for the PlayStation 4 games anyway. I ain't mad at you. You future-proofed yourself while saying, fuck it, I want to play some of this old shit. I ain't mad at that.
Our processes in the light of this to deeply understand how and why that title failed to meet expectations, and to ensure that we're not going to make those same mistakes again. As I said earlier, we've introduced much more rigorous processes for validating, for revalidating our creative, our commercial, our development assumptions and hypotheses, and we now do that on a much more ongoing basis. And that's the plan that will ensure that we're investing in the right opportunities at the right time, all while maintaining much more predictable timelines. For Marathon, it's our goal to release a very bold, very innovative and deeply engaging title. It's going to be the first new Bungie title in over a decade. So we're really excited for that release. We're monitoring, we're going through the test cycles, we're monitoring the closed alpha cycle that the team has just gone through. We're taking all the lessons learned, we're using the capabilities that we've built in analytics and user testing to understand how audiences are engaging with the title. And some of that feedback, frankly, has been varied, but it's super useful. That's why you do these testing. And the constant testing and the constant revalidation of assumptions that we just talked about, to me, is just so valuable to iterate and to constantly improve the title. So when launch comes, we're going to give the title the optimal chance of success. And this cycle of test, of iterate, test again, that is such a key component of the live service success, both leading up to launch, but also throughout the life of the game. And we're committed to continuing to leverage our learnings to maximize engagement and player satisfaction throughout the life cycle of the title.
Great. What is your philosophy around creating IP? Is it a priority, and how do you ensure that it is differentiated?
At our core, we believe that great new IP originates from passionate...
Yeah, all I heard from that whole segment, Sofa King, is that we're really trying hard not to fuck up again. That's all I heard.
Creating IP, is it a priority?
And player satisfaction throughout the life cycle of the title.
Great. What is your philosophy around creating IP? Is it a priority, and how do you ensure that it is differentiated?
At our core, we believe that great new IP originates from passionate teams with amazing ideas. And it's our job as leadership to create an environment, to foster an environment in which these teams can succeed. As leadership, we support them with the tools, the capabilities, the structures that they need to develop those ideas into successful new IP. So we recently formed, out of incubation, 2 new studios, Dark Outlaw Games and Team LFG. And I think that kind of highlights further our commitment to the creation of new IP, as well as to our approach to innovation. These 2 teams, they're new, but they are comprised of veteran developers from across all different pockets of the industry. Their vision and their ideas have blown me away, and the passion behind it, I really and honestly cannot wait to help shepherd their projects into success. So both by investing in strong vision-led creative teams and by better leveraging, on the other hand side, data and understanding our portfolio, those two things together, we're now able to better explore new ideas and genres beyond the core competencies. And that helps us diversify our portfolio to appeal to new players everywhere.
I'd now like to turn to the business environment as a whole. Some investors, to be quite honest, are concerned that the improved specifications of the Switch 2 and Nintendo's improved relationships with third-party publishers will lead to tougher competition for PlayStation in the next few years. What do you think about those concerns?
Yeah, so we closely monitor the kind of overall gaming industry, including the action of other market participants. Additionally, catalysts in the market are great for the industry as a whole. And then as they reinvigorate the excitement and the demand more broadly. So it's great to have people launching new things. However, as I mentioned previously, we have a differentiated strategy. So PlayStation 5 is designed for an immersive gaming experience. And this includes the innovative DualSense controllers features as well. We believe PS5 level performance is required to achieve a great experience on big screens. And in this way, we have provided a unique offering for players and creators in this current console generation. However, publisher strategies are increasingly shifting towards being multi-platform. So more platforms can run the game, same game, which is great from a creator's perspective. Among those platforms, our mission is that we will continue to be best place to play and publish. As such, we have empowered our creators to leverage our offering and the services to create amazing, unique experience for players with high engagement and great monetization opportunities. We have done this consistently as the industry and the competitive dynamics has evolved. And of course, PlayStation Studio and our franchise have a special role in showcasing the PlayStation experience and then strengthening the players' relationship with us.
Some investors are also concerned that Nintendo's appeal to the younger generation could lead to market share declines for PlayStation if those younger users choose not to graduate to PlayStation as they age. What is Sony Interactive doing to increase its addressable market among younger users and its overall mix of users?
The PlayStation brand and offering has resonated with a wide range of players over 3 decades now. And number of the users engaged on our platform continues to grow. By supporting such a large number of creators, we are able to provide the largest range of content available, catering to all demographics, geographics, and play styles, etc. So we believe that by constantly investing in players' relationship with the brand and our relationship with creators, we will ensure we stay close to all players' hearts through their lifetime.
Oh my god, bro. So, guys, it sounds like there's an opportunity for PlayStation console gremlins to shill appropriately. The Xbox Ally has more power than the Switch 2. I wouldn't be surprised. Think about it. Even if they make specifically for the Xbox Ally handheld, they are now multi-platform developing for the Switch. Yo, Lois is like, graduate to PlayStation. What the fuck does that even mean? You hate them? Yeah, I ain't even mad at you, bro. Topic of Nintendo, they're only purely gaming focused company left in the console market, unless, I mean, to be honest with you, Rabnad, that's not even true. Like, dude, Nintendo is heavily working on their what you call it, their theme parks. So that is a huge expansion for them. Dude, Dude, they see how Disney has dropped the ball, but at one time, Disney's theme parks would hold down Disney for all of their fuck shit, bro. So Nintendo wants that level of power.
Day and date incoming.
Yo, Char, thank you for the 2, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, day and date is incoming, bro. Absolutely. So even Nintendo, they're not completely, you know, adhering to their game selling, to their console selling. That's not anywhere near me. Hey, and that's fair to say too, but they're opening up more theme parks. And that is a huge goal for them. So they're dependent on more than just gaming, and theme parks can really hold down a company more than most people would think. Bro, Disney could have fucking entire movies just flop like it's nobody's business. And the theme parks was always holding them down. Crazy to think, but it's true.
Yeah, and so if I may add to that, so on the first-party content side, we're also reaching to a greater range of audiences more directly, including younger players with our first-party lineup. In addition to our franchises with more, I would call that multi-generational fan bases, such as Marvel Spider-Man, we also have franchises that appeal to a range of different player segments. Horizon is a good example. It's been very popular with female players. Astrobot from our lovely team Asobi in Tokyo has been a hit with...
Stop appealing to women, damn it. They are fickle gamers, a lot of them. And I'm saying this as a female. I know a lot of women, and a lot of them are pretty fickle gamers. They aren't as invested, in my opinion. Dude, they are not nearly as invested. My analytics do not lie to me. Mostly 99% men want to watch gaming content on YouTube. Females aren't nearly as invested as men are. The women rather go watch political shit. They rather watch fucking Hassan Piker have a fucking pro-terrorist fucking meltdown. That's what the women would rather watch, because they're fucking retarded. Shout out to my man God Emperor Sofa King, member for 9 months. Sony's sounding more and more like their green brother. Yo, real talk though. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much for the 9 months. Woman, exactly. The fucking woman, bro. They are not as invested in gaming as men are. They are fickle gamers. Free the nips. Yeah.
Range of different player segments. Horizon is a good example. It's been very popular with female players. Astrobot from our lovely team Asobi in Tokyo has been a hit with children and adults alike.
Panthera.
So we also continue to drive engagement with the PlayStation ecosystem and brand by bringing our franchises to new formats, film, television, and anime. Anime in particular is appealing to key younger audiences, so that's going to be very helpful for us.
Bro, they are taking over the anime scene, low-key. They suck things for reasons. Yo. These guys sound like Seely from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Seely? Who is that? I forget. I'm not recognizing the name. It's been a little minute. Don't mention children around. Oh my god. Most games are made for men. They're trying to change that, Rabnad. As shitty as it is, and mind you, I prominently like video games that are made for men. So when they make like a lot of these female-oriented games, but they try to make them co-ed, like they're co-ed games that are secretly designed mostly for women. Like I normally don't like that shit. The bigwig who controls the world. God, I hate Sony so much. Oh, Seal, I got you. Them Jujutsu Kaisen youngins. Oh my god.
Artificial intelligence. What is the potential of artificial intelligence in the game industry? And how is it being used at Sony Interactive? Can it reduce costs when making games, developing next generation consoles, or in corporate functions?
So we are actively exploring and investing in AI, the machine learning across the organization. Our near-term focus of these investments has been to increase productivity and support data-driven decisions. This includes areas such as like PlayStation Store discovery, fraud management.
No, Yamato, it's not that they want to be like Disney. It's Sony and Nintendo that want to replace Disney. They want to be the next proprietor of the most recognized intellectual properties in the world. I think personally, Nintendo is closer to that than PlayStation is, but that's what they both want. They would love to take that spot from Disney.
Management and then general IT thing. Additionally, we introduced Copilot and ChatGPT across the organization last year, and the vast majority of users are now experiencing increased efficiencies as well. So longer term, we are exploring the new possibilities with using AI to enhance gaming experiences in the new ways for players. These initiatives are still early, but there are promising areas we are excited about.
Yeah, and on the studio side, we've been using AI obviously for quite a while, but we continue to explore the possibilities of AI within the studios, within game development, and how that can enhance creators as well as players' experiences. To your question, I don't actually expect in the near future a dramatic reduction of the cost of game development. I think that'd be unfair to claim that. But I do see tremendous potential benefits in AI as a set of tools, suite of tools to further enable our developers. And we continue to explore use cases in that space. For example, there's potential for use in improving the quality of game characters, of backgrounds, animation, audio translation, real-time graphics, you name it, as well as potential applications in supporting live service content
real talk.
through much more opportunity to personalize the experience for individual users. So overall, I think a huge range of impact.
Yeah, and then as we further explore AI, we recognize.
Dude, yo, Chris speaking facts right now. He says, unless the AI involves making the enemies tactically smarter, fuck AI in games, yo, real talk, bro. Real fucking talk. Bro, soon they're gonna be asking, they're probably already asking AI for ideas. Because ideas are just dead in the gaming space. It's dead in most of entertainment. It's people that don't have an interesting thing to say with their art. That's why you get shit like Horizon Zero Dawn and then sequels to Horizon Zero Dawn. It's fucking crazy.
There are challenges associated with it as well. So including from talent and with respect to managing costs, right? So we will continue to be mindful as we look to integrate such technologies throughout our business.
I'd now like to turn to financials and KPIs. So Nishino-san and Hermen, what KPIs are you focusing on for each part of your businesses?
Hermen and then I are focused on continuing to drive sustainable, profitable growth for SI as a whole. And then accordingly, we have operating KPIs that are constantly monitoring to support this. Having said that, as mentioned in the presentation, the PlayStation platform is the strongest it has ever been. And then we are largely focused on the KPIs that reflect the core pillars of our businesses, audience engagement, and then monetization. We have achieved a record high numbers of monthly active users. This has been driven by the success of the PlayStation 5, but also by our strategy of providing additional ways for players to access our platform. Importantly, this strategy allows us to capture the value from different player bases, each with different monetization profiles. So as a result, we have been able to achieve record high levels of engagement and spending on the content, each with different ways for players to access our platform. Importantly, this strategy allows us to capture the value from different player bases, each with different monetization profiles. So as a result...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro, they're keeping tabs on what kind of a spender you are. You have a monetization profile, bro. Yo, it's so disgusting how gaming is nowadays. This is why they wanted to force PC gamers to sign into PS Plus. This is why they wanted to force you into that shit. They were willing to give up potentially thousands to maybe even millions of fucking sales in order to force you to sign into that shit so they could spy on your fucking spending habits. So disgusting, right? And people are actually defending this shit. Imagine fucking PlayStation console gremlins defending this fucked up behavior, bro. crazy, man. Fuck them. Fuck them and fuck you and fuck your service, bro. It's so nasty. Not to mention Helldivers 2 has zero level kernel access DRM is why I won't install that shit, and I don't blame you, dude. I don't fucking blame you. It's such big news for Cassie because she streamed almost my entire shift. I don't know. I'm still going, bro. I have no idea. I'm tired, but I'm not exhausted.
We have been able to achieve record high levels of engagement and spending on the content and the services.
Yeah, and so for the studio business, I would say that we're focused on quality, on timely delivery, engagement, and profitability. Of course, ongoing monetization as well. So back to those pillars I was talking about in single.
Forget Skynet, it's Soynet.
Soynet instead of Skynet is crazy, Char-Char. Thank you for the too, brother. I appreciate you, dog.
Player, we're focused on consistently delivering at least one tentpole title per year, the right time in the year, at the right quality level, which have players come to expect from PlayStation Studios. In live services, we're focused on building a recurring base of enduring live service titles that drive ongoing engagement and monetization as achieved by our releases to date. And then finally, we'll continue to grow our franchises through a very thoughtful release cadence and as transmedia properties.
You expect to increase operating income amount and margin percentage in fiscal year 2025 compared with fiscal year 2024. But can you further grow them in fiscal 2026? And if so, how do you intend to do so?
So starting by, the PlayStation business is in a very good position and has a very strong momentum. We expect to continue this momentum and remain optimistic about fiscal year 26 and beyond. So in particular, as we approach the second half of the MRP period, we expect an even higher level of our revenue to be from content and services, which will improve the overall profitability of the business. Our roadmap of first-party titles and the high expectations we have for the third-party titles will directly drive the business' natural operating leverage.
What the fuck? What? Bro, they act like there is an actual roadmap for first-party titles. What are you talking about?
Additionally, as we are focused on growing the PS Plus business profitably, continuing to drive subscriber growth in our premium and extra tiers.
Oh my god, bro. They're trying to get you to pay for shit that should be just fucking free. Yo, Dragon Master with the $5 super sticker. Thank you so much. Hiya. Hiya, hope you're doing well. Appreciate you pulling up and hanging out with us. Yeah, dude, exactly. They're gonna try and get you to gain these higher tiers of PS Plus shit that should just be, dude. Online will never be free on PlayStation. It'll never happen. Dude, this is why, bro. I'm so glad that I'm just prepared to be on PC. That's just where I reside now. That's just me.
Finally, we expect the ongoing focus on operational excellence to translate into a positive impact on profitability. So overall, we remain committed to contributing meaningfully to Sony Group's MRP.
That's a dude.
That's not a dude, bro. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. She's an old hag. She's not a dude. Oh, come on, Charter. I appreciate it too, dog. Come on,
target of operating profit CAGR of 10% or more, and cumulative operating profit margin of 10% or more.
Nintendo.
How do you expect the financial profile of your business to evolve over the long term?
So again, the business fundamentals are strong, and we expect this to continue across many key areas. First, strong sales growth driven by highly engaged and multi-generation MAU. And then an increase in the PS Plus, we spoke about that, increase in PS Plus revenue due to the shift to the higher tier and also our price revision. And then on the first party...
Wait, are they going to do another price revision, or are they talking about the most recent price revision? Because they just revised it, so I'm assuming it's the current price revision. My question is, what are they going to do that's going to force people to upgrade their PS Plus service? What are they going to take away? Or how are they going to screw you over to get you to pay more than $80 a fucking year? They want you not to be on base PS Plus. They want you to be in the middle or the high tier. So what are they going to take away from the base PS Plus in order to force you guys to upgrade? Are they going to make you go to a higher tier in order to get online? If you pay for basic PS Plus, you might not even still have access to online. Is that what they're going to do? I don't think so, but that would be crazy if that was the case. Take it away altogether. Exactly, dude. Strong sales. We've just been closing several studios every month. Yeah, pretty much, right? They're just spending less money by getting rid of people. So glad I don't use PlayStation, bro. I'm so glad that that's not, like, I'm so glad that I don't depend on it. I don't even boot it up. I don't care anymore. Dude, it's like, don't get me wrong. Everything has its, positives and negatives, right? But I'm just so glad I don't have to deal with this shit. I wonder if they will put updates behind a paywall. I don't know. It's all speculation at this point. My question is, what are they going to do? How are they going to gaslight you to fucking upgrade from, your base PS Plus to a higher tier? Only highest tiers will get free upgrades for game patches. Yo, that'd be insane. Bro, that would be fucking insane. They'll get cloud saves and voice chat in mid-tier.
Zeddy has a Cro-Magnon jawline.
Oh my god, leave this woman's jawline alone. Obviously, she's there to nefariously siphon money out of your pocket with what she has planned next. But goddamn, that's a woman, dog. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I mean, like, I think I have a pretty regular jaw, but bro, look at this chin, dog. I can't. The chin is nasty work. The jawline is fine, but the chin is nasty work, man. What do you want me to do? You gonna sit here? You gonna have me sitting here call this woman a man when she's not? The chin is strong. The crimson chin. Yo, B-Man, what's good, homie?
Live services becoming more consistent, predictable, and growing revenue stream.
Pico Trek, appreciate the
And
follow
also
on
the
Kick,
continued
homie.
strength and reliable delivery of our tentpole titles, incremental revenue also generated by going off console
Jay
with our
Leno
first-party
jealous?
IP.
Now y'all roasting my chin now? Is that what we're doing? You said Jay Leno jealous? Are you fucking kidding me right now, dog?
Wonder when they're going to put the fries in the bag.
They ain't, bro. They'll go, dude. They will fire everyone else. They'll be the last motherfuckers working for this company by the time that happens. Can't stay here to say, hey, no worries, B-Man. I appreciate the love and looking out nonetheless, man. Go enjoy your day. Jay Leno jealous of her, not you. Oh, bro, but what's the difference? What is the difference at this point? I got the chin and she got the jaw. What?
And finally, the strict cost management and the operational excellence we have in place.
They're all going to work for Nintendo
All of
soon.
these are ongoing trends that we will, of course, continue to monitor and improve everywhere we can. So I do expect these trends to continue going forward.
So in closing, I'd like to turn to Nishino-san. As the new sole CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, what keeps you up at night? And conversely, what gets you the most excited?
Ty's just chilling. He's
For
fluting.
over
What's
30
fluting?
years, we have been pushing the boundaries of play, and my job is to make sure we continue this journey with players and creators. The gaming industry is continuing to evolve, and then people's lifestyle continues to change over time. So we are seeing new play patterns and behaviors, new market participants, and then new market segments as well. So that means we have new challenges and new opportunities. We continue to connect the players and the creators through our products, content, and services. It is an exciting yet challenging time for overall industry, with opportunities for the PlayStation experience to continue evolving and we ensure we remain the best place to play and publish. So Hermen, Lin, myself are focused on capitalizing on our current momentum, building on our strengths and then driving profitable growth. We also need to remain vigilant to our players and creator needs to ensure we are listening to their feedback and investing appropriately in the relevant products, capabilities, and technology. And then I'm very
Said he
confident.
could start their own game company. Call it Chintendo.
Nintendo, oh my god. Dude, that's crazy. PlayStation, pay your limits. Oh man. What they were saying though, where they have like a profile of your spending habits, right? This makes me believe that that model that they have going on. You remember the patent that we were talking about like last week? Like where they're keeping track of what you do and if you're not doing something and if you're dude, they look, there's a possibility where they're designing a system where they give you less favoritism depending on how much you interact and how much you spend. They even, dude, the PlayStation Stars was the early design of that shit. Where they were just like, look, the more you buy, the more seriously we take you. We'll put you in a higher tier to talk to, our representatives for issues. Right? That was a part of that fucking tier. Like if you're the highest tier, like they take you more seriously than if you're the lowest tier. That depends on your spending habits. Everything they're doing is incentivizing you to spend more to get a better experience just on the basics of reaching out to PlayStation customer service support, for example. They're willing to say go fuck yourself, wait on the line if you don't spend more. That shit is crazy, dude. So the PlayStation Stars was an early adaptation of that mindset. Hey, if you pay more, we'll treat you better. All right, what they're saying here is, we're monitoring your spending habits. We have a spending profile to measure how much you're willing to you're willing to dump, how much money you're willing to dump on us for our bullshit. And they have a patent designed around your interaction and your non-interaction, studying how you interact in games. And guess what? If you don't interact that much, they will not favoritize you nearly as much. That's what they were saying earlier. They will not fuck it. They were saying it's a bad thing if you don't interact. If you don't spend, it's a bad thing. If you don't interact, it's also a bad thing. They were saying if you interact poorly with their patented system, that's a bad thing. But if you don't interact at all, you could possibly get in trouble for that too. All this shit is crazy insane. They are monitoring the fuck out of you. In every way, from your expenditures to what you do versus what you don't do, to the fact that you're not paying money, all this shit, dude. Guys, crazy shit, man. They are trying to siphon every fucking dollar from you, and the more you spend, the more they want to prioritize you, the more they want to grease your knob, and the more that you don't spend, the more that they just want to toss you the fuck aside. You don't spend money, well, fuck you. You're not gonna have as good of an experience. That's crazy, right? It's I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say, bro. PlayStation not for brokies, yeah. Yeah, if you broke, they gonna treat you like shit, bro. That's where it sounds like it's headed. Just outright, if you pay more, we take care of you. The less you pay, we put you on a pedestal depending on how much money you spend.
What's in your wallet?
Nothing. If you play on a PlayStation console, sooner or later it'll be nothing. Oh, nothing, and be happy.
Confident and then excited to do so for many more years to come. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank all of you for your participation today, and thank you all for joining us.
Yo, crazy work, bro.
The more you buy, the more you save, Jensen Huang.
Yo, for real, right? For real, right? Thank you so much, Sofa King, for the 2. I appreciate you, man. This is a very telling experience, dude.